Bridget is sitting in a prison, like one does when they're smuggling from Thailand, when she is hit with the truth of all truths. She met some new girlies, and one day when Bridget was feeling a little low, they start to bond over shitty boys and shitty relationships. But the more Bridget is learning about the awful men these girls had to endure,
Do no work. And he made me take Halloween drugs. Make me work on the street.
the more she's like, wait, my boyfriend kinda perfect? Oh no, I've been the world's biggest fool. Like she was complaining about her boyfriend not being affectionate enough or not being in her corner or spending more time with her when there are real pimps out there. No one's perfect. Bridget Jones movie number 2 is a movie that, first of all, you probably never watch because sequels suck, except for Shrek. And second of all, a movie that is actually quite tragic. The whole idea is what happens next? What happens after the I like you just the way you are bit? What happens when two lovebirds walk into the sunset? Well, crap. Bridget Jones has finally reached 7th heaven. Her life is perfect. Her journalism career growing. What started as sliding down the fire pole and accidentally exposing her butt cheeks to the whole world progressed into jumping out of a plane, landing amongst pigs, and exposing her butt cheeks covered in shit to the whole world. Her uncle Jeffrey has also progressed in being even more pervy. Hello, Bridgie. What a lovely Christmas sweater, though I prefer what is underneath. Ha 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 ha. Let me grab your ass. And sure, to an untrained eye, this might seem like, well, Bridget's life didn't really change much, did it? The humiliation and the harassment are still there. But if you look closer, there is a certain glow on Bridget's face. A glow only a woman happily in love can have. Hello, stranger. Hello, yourself. Bridget has been in a functional relationship for 6 weeks. And that's impressive, especially when you are with your one true love. And Bridget knows Mark is the one. Only a true soulmate will love you just the way you are. And a person who never spends more than a couple of hours with you, but details. Now, if you're wondering if Bridget Jones' Diary also has like a secret nugget of time travel, for the real fans, Yes, it does. Because, Bis, what do you mean? She started dating Mark around Christmas holidays, last movie, and now we are 6 weeks later and it's Christmas holidays again. They're trying to tell us this is a parallel universe where Bridget and Mark actually met 6 weeks before Christmas. And you'd think the writers made a timeline mistake so they can bank on the cozy holiday vibe in both movies. Amateur. Either way, Bridget and Mark are in the early phases of their relationship. And you know what that means? Lots and lots of shagging. And the time for him to pop the question. It's the only logical step, Bridgie. That's why you're alive in the first place. Must not get ahead of myself. Lord and Lady Darcy. I mean, this is the man who loves her just the way she is. Sure, he thinks she's a non-smoker, but there is a certain independence every woman should keep in a relationship. Lying and pretending to give that right level of selfishness to stay true to yourself. Mark is perfect in every way. He's not an alcoholic, a criminal, or a pervert. Like, what more can a silly woman like her hope for? How to put this? I get that Uncle Jeffrey and your mother scarred you. Uncles have permanent access to your tush. Darling, you look like a dumpling. But like a decent, healthy, no criminal record or access to the dark web man are basics. Bollocks. Bridget can't help the love she feels. To her, Mark is perfect in every way. Bridget, stop staring at me. Go do something. He is a miracle, really. The way this man is making her feel every second she's away from him, she just wants to call him and tell him how much she misses his tush. Bridget, the whole council heard you. Ah, silly Bridgie. That's what people who love you do. help you embarrass yourself in front of others. Next time, Mark, my man, there's a button on the phone. You just press it. Or you say, hey, you're on speaker before the person starts talking. I get it. Honest mistake. It happens to no one. Bollocks. There you have it. A perfect relationship between a man who is serious, capable, respected, and a woman who just can't seem to get it right. But wait, there is trouble in paradise. You see, Mark? Oh, he canceled the very romantic dinner they were supposed to have because of work. And not only is that clearly red flag, aka dump him first so you can at least preserve some dignity, he was seen entering his home with the young long legs. Look, it is a known fact that a man will cheat on you with someone who has the opposite qualities. And well, Bridget, your boobies, big. Any skinny will do. Bridget is confused. She can't believe her friends. Like, what the F is this now? Last movie, they were all about, oh my God, Mark is so perfect. He doesn't require you to lose weight. And now, one late working day, and they're all like, dump him before you have his unwanted child. No wonder we are lost as a generation. There's only one thing to do. Sneak to his house and try to peek who's there. And if you can't see through the front door, there is a roof window up there. Like, there is no time to think about what's safe or sane here. This is your life we are talking about. And when you fall into the bushes with leaves in your hair, dirt on your face, you knock on the door and you're like, what's up? It's Bridget style. Now, before you're all like, oh my God, Bridget is so insecure. She's gonna ruin a good thing. But if my boyfriend cancels dinner because of work, and then someone tells me they saw him entering his house with another woman, a place where, mind you, I've never been to, because apparently Mark and Bridget only do it at her place, best believe I would have some words with the man. Now, would I climb on the roof to peek through the window? No. First of all, I'm not athletic enough. And second, Mark is a lawyer. So if he's cheating, best believe he's going to sue my ass for damaging, the property. So I have brains. I would simply knock on his door and ask, are you stupid? Are you stupid? Hey, Bridget Jones. No, I'm Bridget Jones. Bridget is looking at this creature opening her man's door and like, oh, the F? Does she think she's gonna replace her? This is not some get out bullshit. We are all white. Becky, who is it? Becky? With the good hair? Oh, no, you didn't. Bridget storms into the house, walks down the hallway, her anger building up. What the F is going on here? Of course she's gonna be played. Like, does she not deserve a decent, faithful man? Hello, Mark. And all of Mark lawyer friends. Oh my God, silly Bridget, she did it again. He wasn't cheating. He was actually working. What a dum-dum. Oh no. Now, the confidence Bridget felt walking in here, standing up for herself, poof, gone. The only thing she's feeling right now is embarrassment and fear. She effed up. She doubted her perfect man. She made him angry and now he'll dump her. Honestly though, Bridget be relatable. So, a little tip that helps me. Let's not freak out and lose the focus on the main issue. Like, Mark, what do you mean we never hang out at your place? Like, you are richer. Mark is opening the cabinets. Not with a gentle touch, may I say. And Bridget rushes to explain how she was manipulated into doubting him. They said you were with another woman and I just, you're probably so angry at me. Like, my British accent gets worse and worse with time. Mark turns around, looks at Bridget, and he's not angry. I'm disappointed. Aren't you lovely, Mark? Why don't you just throw her from the plane without the parachute and the comfort of landing in pig's shit? Hey. Being patronizing is that man's generational gene that's hard to fight. I'm disappointed I can't take you home right now and get it down and that. Wait, what? Bridget is trying to take in what she's hearing. So, me having insecurities in this relationship turns Mark on? Oh my God, Mark really is a dangerous man. Like, what do you mean? Your girlfriend is going through it for whatever reason, and instead of you sitting down and having a conversation about it, you're like jealous and insecure? My favorite kind. Bridget, though, after the emotional roller coaster she just experienced, can only find comfort in one thing. She wasn't scolded. I truly do have the best man who loves me just the way I am. With him, Bridget also doesn't need to jump around hiding under the sheets when she's getting dressed, which honestly is a thing, okay? Bombarded left and right with what looks good and what doesn't will have an impact on our self-esteem. So you might do the whole, let me wake up with the chickens so I can look better in the morning. And a good partner can help you. I love your wiggly pots. And others will make it worse. They'll set up the alarm for you. So Mark, my man, you get a plus for this one. I've never been happier in my entire life. Having a mental breakdown a minute ago doesn't sound happy to me, but I guess again, details. Bridget is in seventh heaven, and as much as she is trying not to get ahead of herself, how can a woman not fantasize about changing her surname and dedicating her life to children when that's what science wants us to do? And Bridget might just get her long-awaited proposal, at least according to her new friend Magda. Law council dinner they're going to later that day might just be the place where Mark pops the question. It was the night she got proposed to by Mark's partner. So, that's just how it goes. And yes, it's true. Bridget just got to see how Mark's house looks like the other day. But when you know. Often you don't. She needs to make sure she looks the part, not only for the big question, but also to impress Mark's people. So far, not so lucky in that department. Bollocks. What is this? Can't a woman find a way to be decent? Yes, Bridget, the rest of us can. Your character was written differently. I'll just iron my hair. Finally, she's ready. A beautiful gold, yellowish, tight dress that makes sure she doesn't use too much air. It's how the fashion industry helps with the carbon footprint. I have no idea if that makes sense. It does make her wobble a little funny when she needs to walk up the stairs. But then again, which woman can actually walk normally in high heels and tight dresses, huh? Me. I can do it. She reaches the top of the stairs, makes her way through the crowd, and there he is. I guess they didn't arrive together. Hi, sorry, I'm late. I had to conquer the demands of being a good enough woman. Mark is looking at his love and you know what? Maybe she should go to the loo. Her face? A little whack. Oh, silly Bridget. I put blush all over my face instead of just cheeks. Well, who can figure out all these beauty things? I can do it. All of this, just makeup. Washed face and miraculously new makeup on, Bridget is ready to conquer her insecurities of being in a place where she doesn't feel like she belongs. Though the more she is interacting with the creme de la creme, the more she feels like she's the only sane one here. Like, what do you mean being poor is a choice? This is the sort of rubbish you expect from fat, balding, upper middle class twits. Oh, bollocks. The room is full of them and they've heard Bridget. Even Mark feels a bit uncomfortable. He's girly here advocating for poor people. He has a yacht, for Christ's sake. Read the room, Bridgie. We rely on poor people being poor. It's time for dinner. Finally, Bridget will have a chance to just sit next to her man and eat something. I've arranged for you to sit next to another stranger. Hey. Don't forget, Mark is an amazing man. He is simply encouraging Bridget in expanding her social circles by making sure she is as far away from him as possible. Now, we are also supposed to believe that a man who is madly in love with Bridget is also suddenly a man who behaves like Bridget is his awkward cousin he needs to stay away from. Like the math ain't mathing. Of course, we can say that this is for the plot, right? They make Mark look bad on purpose so he can turn around and prove that he is actually a good man later. Or this movie, intentionally or not, is actually showing us the reality of falling for someone because he likes you first, which was the whole point of the first movie. And if you haven't watched that video, I'll link it below. And it doesn't make Bridget feel any better when this freaking stranger she is sitting next to is all like, "We not good enough. That's why we sit together. You and me? We stumbled into the VIP room by mistake, milady." Bollocks. Okay. Maybe she'll have better luck at the fun part of the evening. It's quiz time. And well, Bridget does have some experience in a puzzle or two. What are something called customary freeholds? Great. It's a freaking boring law edition quiz. Like, let's make me feel even more incapable. Until, what's that? The last category is pop culture? Finally, something Bridget most definitely knows about. And Biz, she is killing it. Which singer stole multiple boyfriends? Ariana Grande. Who acts like a nice girl but is secretly a mean girl? Oh, I know this one. Taylor Swift. Whose fandom is scary? Army. No, next. Which one? Selenators. Booyah, what you think about that, huh? Side note, if I hurt you in any way, you should reevaluate your parasocial relationships. There is only one more question left, and it will determine the winner. Bridget is ready, and Biz, there is no way she is getting this one wrong. Wrong answer. I know this one. The right answer is holiday. Bridget's whole world starts crashing down. She was beaten by the long legs? No! The dinner is finally over and Bridget and Mark are walking down the street. And you know what? No, she's not gonna let this fly. She wants to know, why didn't Mark talk to her the whole evening? Bridget, that's the point of dinners. You don't talk. Oh, he did talk to Rebecca and the other bald guy. I will never fit in with your friends. Bridgie, no, he was rude. It's not about you fitting in. It's about him bringing you in and then also supporting you. Mark agrees. She won't fit with his friends if she calls him bald twits. Oh, so now you agree with them saying poor people deserve to be poor? No, Bridget, he has a point. You shouldn't insult his people. But yes, you should know about the values and morals before you decide he's the one. Maybe, huh? Mark can't believe this woman. It's ridiculous to even ask him that. Oh, so now I'm ridiculous? No, Bridgie, he didn't say you're ridiculous.
Well, yes, tonight you were a little.
Oop, don't mind me. Bridget is looking at this man, well, if they're gonna evaluate each other like this. Tonight, you were an arrogant ass. And honestly, she might have made a mistake letting him into her life in the first place. And also, if he would have asked her tonight, she would have said no anyways. Ask you what? Bridgie, ask you what? Too late. She's out. She's back at her place and it's starting to set in. She effed up. She has done it again. She just effed up with the most perfect boyfriend she has ever had. Stupid. No, Bridget, let's take a breath, okay? If you have some chocolate to help you calm down, this would be the time. Let's think about it. Is he really the best boyfriend ever? I mean, in 6 weeks, you've never even been to his place. He has problems expressing emotions and is uncomfortable when you are loving to him. He sides with his people when he feels like you're embarrassing. And it turns him on when you're insecure. What does that tell us about your feelings right now? Is it actual guilt or fear of standing up for yourself? Hello, it's me. I'm really sorry. Well, I guess we are not ready yet. Bridget is trying to reach Mark and apologize, but straight to the answering machine. Ding dong. Wait, Mark, someone's at the door. Oh my God, it's Mark. He is standing out the door. Hey, Mark, it's actually you at the door. So, as I was saying, I'm very sorry, but also you were not perfect, okay?
2 hours later.
Right. Let me open the door for you now. Hey. Being stupid is Bridget's brand, okay? You have no idea how much effort it took to establish it. Now, despite over the phone being very open in having an adult conversation, I did some mistakes, you did some mistakes, she is not gonna let him in that easily. What do you want? Mark wants to come up. I mean, she is his girlfriend after all. Bridget is a little confused. Wait, even though I shouted at you and called you an arrogant ass, Bridget, let's take a step back, okay? He didn't treat you right either. So, all good to apologize for your behavior. But what about also acknowledging his role in it? V, you do not get it. If I don't fix this, I might die alone. So please. And yes, despite her behavior, unfortunately, Mark still wants to talk to her because he is in a little bit of a pickle. He looks around, lowers his voice, and says, I love you, Bridget, okay? For God's sake, I love you. Oh my God, I can't believe it. He said it. Yeah, but Bridgie, there are also problems. Oh my God, this is all the reassurance I need. You know what? Mark, as a reward, here the key to my apartment. Ta-da! Because if a man shows you emotion, you need to reward that. It's like training a dog. Good job, you get a treat. It's called positive reinforcement. And for Bridget, the return on investment is coming the very next morning when Mark has a question to ask. Oh my God! Bridget can't believe it. Oh my God, this is it. Yes, they've been together for 7 weeks at this point, but he is the love of her life. They have the same problems as 90% of the relationship. So, right on track. I want us to go on a skiing trip. Bollocks. Really? One time she mentioned she is an excellent skier. And now what? He organizes a freaking skiing trip? Has he never heard about people making themselves look better? And then down the line, you together uncover the true layers and, have a dynamic life? I guess skiing it is. If you think about it, it's the right progression of the relationship. They go on a trip together and she'll finally be able to stop lying. Hey, Bridget! What is this giraffe doing here? This was supposed to be Bridget's and Mark's romantic getaway. Well, it was actually Rebecca's idea to come to this place. She was coming here since she was a little kid. Oh, how swell. Bridget turns to Mark. Rebecca's idea? Well, he mentioned him and Bridget are coming here, and then she was like, let's all go. And, surprise, everyone is here. All of Mark's colleagues. Bridgie, now you wish you had that talk about needs and how to strengthen the relationship, huh? Told ya. Perfect. Just perfect. You know what? Having to battle one fear at a time is for okay? She can handle both Rebecca and risking her life down the slope. Is it scary? Yes, it is. But Mark will be there right next to her. Right then. See you later. Bollocks.
I can't believe he's left me.
Let's say it together. Mark is a catch. He says he loves her. He loves her. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He does. Yes, he does. Yeah, I doubt it also. Now, the movie does this whole thing of, but Mark asks her if he can go with others, right? It's not Mark's fault if she's not able to say it. And yes, I agree. But also, if this is your partner, this is your first trip together, going somewhere else, you actually fought about not fitting in, then, maybe Mark could also be like, no, you know what? I want us to be together. That's that supporting your partner and building trust in the relationship. But clearly, for the purposes of damaging many relationships in the future, Bridget is the problem. Bollocks. And just like that, a perfect holiday heaven for just the two of them is replaced with Bridget conquering the wilderness on her own. And this is what men are born to do, not girlies, by the way. I myself had my own share of dread when it comes to let's learn how to ski, so I relate. Bridget is in the process of conquering the mountain when OMG. Could it be? No. Has it been 8 weeks since her auntie from the Blood Mountain came to visit? Wow! Going for the bronze. Why? No. Swoosh, directly into the pharmacy. Could I get a pregnancy test, please? It's called rom-com, okay? She is pacing up and down the living room. Is she pregnant? She needs to be careful not to get her hopes up. Wait, sorry, Bridget, what do you mean hopes up? Well, having a boyfriend and a baby seems just too lucky. Bridget, you did hear about a child won't save a relationship? In fact, it can get worse. Nonsense. Mark is rich. It's the only way I can get his money. Oop, my bad. Mark walks in. He has been looking everywhere for Bridget. He thought she hurt herself. Well, Mark, you would know where Bridget is if you'd actually spent some time together, okay? Like, that's what this was supposed to be. He sees the pregnancy test. Oh my God, is Bridget prego? And somehow also Mark is excited for it, even though he barely uttered the words, I love you, and keeps on organizing group activities. Hey, there is a difference between being a loving boyfriend and having the opportunity to build your legacy. So, what do you fancy, a boy or a girl? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I suppose I always had a fantasy of a son. Mark, you don't say. Now, don't get me wrong. It could be very natural for a man to want a son and a woman to want a daughter because it's kind of like, I can understand them better, right? But when we already kind of struggle with finding ways on how to represent women in a good, capable, intelligent way, no, it's not as simple as I want a boy, or the fact that she asks him, what does he want? It gives a certain ick, okay, maybe just me. Though the more the two lovebirds talk about Mark Jr., the more obvious it is that these two, different worlds. While Mark will happily send off his son to boarding school, the same way he went, Bridget is like, as if she's not gonna send her son away from home just so they don't need to deal with him, okay? First of all. And second of all, especially not to a place where they stick up a pole inside your ass and you're never allowed to take it out. You talking about me? You talking about me, Bridgie?
I see.
Mark, I didn't mean you. So what, they'll breastfeed the child until he's a teenager and enroll him in some progressive school where they don't even believe in genders? It's negative. Thank God. Remember, he loves her just the way she is. Of course he did. He only knew her for, let's see, meeting 2 or 3 times and maybe exchanging 5 to 7 words. I can see how that could be misleading. The holiday trip has come to an end. And as they are taking the bus to go back to the city, Bridget is trying to lighten up the mood a little bit, okay? Perhaps we should go for lunch tomorrow. Get out of the grump. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with this accent. Also, Bridgie, here's an idea. You say, I love you, but it seems like we have some differences that we should talk about. Yes. I know talking about things is not as romantic and it's much more valuable when you just know, but maybe it would actually be better. Bollocks. I refuse to believe it. Okay then. To Mark, Bridget's idea is good in theory, but She forgot, didn't she? You made a family arrangement. Bridget, you just keep on messing it up. Now, if Bridget hasn't gotten enough challenges in her apparently perfect relationship, you know what they say? If you have more problems than actual good times, then he's a keeper. No one says that. When her mom asks, so, when is the big day coming? Mark here is all like, well, certainly not thinking about that yet, are we, Bridget? What? Another representation of women be dying for marriage even though the relationship isn't working, while men are realistic/avoidant? Now, how did I not see that one coming? Bridget is trying to hold back her tears. He's not even thinking about marrying her. Bridgie, I know it's hard to hear that, but let's look within, huh? Do you want to be married with a guy like Mark? Emotionally disconnected, different values, different expectations? What's coming up for you when you think about it? Bollocks. Okay then. Though Bridget is not just going to let this slide. Sure, they've been together for maybe 3 months, but you know what? You're not gonna do the whole I love you the way you are one day and then the next day marriage out of the question. Biz, what in the twist and flip is going on here? Like, you literally bought me a new diary in the middle of the night last time. She wants to know, did he really mean it? Mean what, Bridget? The thing. What thing? What? The thing. And they're home. What? It's the trying that's important. Mark needs to go to the loo, but when he is back, they're gonna sit down and talk like civilized people. Biz. Can you imagine someone saying that to you when you acted normal? Like no yelling, no anger? Security, security. Beep. You have one message. Hey, Mark, it's Rebecca. Here we go again. Back off, Rebecca. How was the lunch with the parents? How the F does she know about parents' lunch? Is Rebecca Mark's work wife? Anyways, give me a ring. I thought about coming by for a nightcap, but I suppose that's a silly idea. Bridget will probably be there. Oh my God, is this considered me mocking like an accent? Nah. Bridget is not having it. Like, what do you mean, pop by at night? The only thing that should pop is Rebecca's popcorn, so she can have company watching Netflix alone. Loser. Mark comes back from the loo and he already knows something is up. What is wrong now, Bridgie? Are you having an affair with Rebecca Giles? I will not dignify that question with an answer. No, he didn't. This is exactly what her friend told her a cheating boyfriend says. Right. She is out. She will dignify herself by not even arguing. Bridget, wait. That's not your coat. Of course it wasn't, silly bee. Now let's pause for a second, okay? Like this. Tell me you didn't feel some type of way, Bridget not even getting into it. Like, she got her answer and she was like walking away. Like, I would be all like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're not giving me an answer? And then spend the next couple of hours helping him reassure me that he didn't do anything. Just tell me. Just tell me. Okay, I didn't. Now, was that so hard? Thank you. I was young. The way she almost walked away, you know, because then she had the wrong coat on, so she needed to stop. And that also gave her a chance to say some words. She once read that you should never date someone if you can think of 3 reasons why not. And well, when she thinks about the 2 of them, there's most definitely more than 3. First of all, she embarrasses him. She can't ski, she can't speak Latin, she doesn't even know which coat is hers. And don't get it twisted, even though she has all these flaws, he is not perfect either. You think you're better than everyone. And he's incapable of doing anything spontaneous or being simply a little bit more affectionate. It's clear that he actually wants someone perfect to just come his way and then he doesn't have to fix her. Yes, I'm confused. What do you mean, Bridgie? So Bridget wants to be fixed and she wants Mark to do it. Yeah, I genuinely didn't understand that part. Go and be happy with the long legs. Oh, okay. It's all about Bridget being insecure about herself, thus sabotaging the relationship with a perfect man. Mark, do you even want to marry me? Look, You see, you can't even muster the strength to fight for me. Bridgie, you shouldn't be fighting for him either. Girlie, beyond good shagging and not being single again, how is he making you happy? Huh? How is he improving your life? Girl! And just like that, it is back to miserable Bridget. The only light in her life, a man that made her feel even more insecure and not good enough, was gone. How will she torture herself now? How will she classify as a woman? It's been 5 weeks. At this point, more than how long the relationship lasted, and no contact with Mark. Oh God, I will never get married, and my mom is doing it twice. Her parents are actually renewing their vows. Measurement of worth for every girl. Will she do better than her mother? Hey, Bridget, who knows? You might get married 3 times eventually. Don't lose hope. And if things couldn't get any worse, she just got an assignment to go to Thailand and do a holiday guide for the TV. And yes, of course, this would be an amazing experience, right? She might do some Eat, Pray, Love action, come back with a new hunk. I have no idea how Eat, Pray, Love ends, but I think it's like that. The problem is, this job is a 2-people job. And guess who is the other person? Hello, Bridget. Long time no see. Oh, for the love of... Apparently, Daniel is also working for a TV now and is working at the same network. And he is already trying to butter Bridget up with his whole... I'm a changed man. I'm a new man, Bridget. I go to sex therapy, so next time when the perfect woman comes along, I don't F it up like I did it with you. Like Bridget is going to fall for the freaking sleaze gum. The problem is she be going through stuff, okay? And this little project they're doing together, well... It's kind of like the 2 of them being on vacay, trying different foods, having fun, laughing, remembering the good times, being on mushrooms. Yes, that's also a scene. Not influenced by Daniel. Daniel is just there to take care of her after he finds her alone in the ocean, high as a kite. Totally safe. Daniel is different than Mark. He brings out the fun and the adventure. And the amount of times he tells her how amazing she is. Oh, Bridget, you're so charming when you're on drugs. A girlie can't resist forever. Like, even when she asks him why did he ever go out with her, it's something she never really quite understood. It's simple. Not only is she sexy, funny, she makes him laugh at you, not with you. Ha ha ha. No, Bridget, he means it. She was also the best shag he ever had. So it makes perfect sense he cheated on her. He was scared of how perfect she is. He's basically buttering her up, okay? Like slapping that butter. Okay, that's disgusting. And Bridget likes butter. She English. I have missed you, Jones. And maybe there's a part of you that could start to trust me again. Absolutely not. So she kisses him on the cheek, which makes perfect sense. I don't suppose you'd join me for tea in my hotel room? Absolutely not. Oops, she goes to the hotel room. Hey. Bridget just knows how to play the game, okay? Giving mixed signals is crucial for any healthy dating. You say no, he fights for you, and voila, you're in trouble, happily ever after. As they are standing on the terrace, looking up into the skies, Daniel goes in. A little kiss on the cheek, the neck, another one. Bridgie is feeling it. It's been some time since she felt the touch of a man, but she can't.
Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God.
She knows if she continues with Daniel, then she can forget about any chance of getting back together with Mark. I mean, yes, Daniel cheated on her and hurt her, but she's a woman. She can get over that. But Mark, on the other hand, he is a man. He would never forgive if she, a single woman, would be with a man that hurt him. Now, would I also feel some type of way if I was Mark? Yes, I would. Do I wish Bridget would resist Daniel for her own sakes rather than Mark's sake? Yes, I would. Daniel looks at Bridget and of course he understands her dilemma. Doesn't everybody deserve a second chance? He starts kissing her again. Knock, knock. Hello, Mr. Daniel. I am your woman for today. Cindy told me you tip very well. Bridget can't believe it. Therapy? Oh, how could she fall for his lies yet again? Bridget, don't be hard on yourself, okay? Some people just be that good. I mean, he did cheat on you before and lied the whole time, but I get it. You're just following what the Lord taught us. Forgiveness is the greatest power. You know what, Daniel? F you. She is so done. Like, this is the last time she will fall for players. Honestly, the way she sees it, there was way too many shitty things happening one after the other. It is about time that something good comes her way. You know what? Maybe Mark will finally realize that he loves Bridget very much and he will kick Rebecca out and then he will come back and beg Bridget to take him back. Yes, Bridget, but what about how do you feel being with Mark? Apart from, the great shag and being immediately more worthy by society. And I get it. Not difficult to ignore. How does that make you feel? I am confident good times are ahead. She finally gets to the airport, the F with the job with a freaking liar and user. And as she is walking towards the gate, she can't resist but say hi to the little doggy. And honestly, I relate. There is no passing a dog. Hey, little one, how cute are you? Freeze, bitch. Bridget got tricked by the old, hey, can you pack this lovely souvenir? It will remind you of me and make your friends jealous every time they visit and see it on the TV bench because you travel. Just for the freaking thing to have some secret ingredients. Though, to be fair, it wasn't Bridget who received the gift, it was her friend, but she had the space, so, You see, girls, that's why we overpack. So we don't need to say no and be rude to people and stay out of prison. And just like that, Bridget is now locked up in prison in Thailand on the false accusation of smuggling when she and her friend were tricked by a hot local guy.
It's not mine. These yours?
Oh, bloody hell. I feel like I'm tilting on Swedish a little bit. After a couple of hours, she finally gets a chance to talk to someone who, first of all, can even understand her, and second, will believe that this was all a setup. Sure, sweetie, it happens to everyone. Someone else planted it. Wink. Unless we find this dread something, you're looking at 15 to 20 years. Bridget is trying to grasp the situation. 15 years? Well, if they manage and she is on good behavior, she might get out in 10. 10 years? Bridget is a little confused. The mushrooms are still holding. 10 years is less than 50. Now, here's the thing. Bridget might be in a little bit of a pickle, but if we know anything about her, she knows how to make a lemonade when she is served lemons. Actually, she never showed us that, but at this women's jail, she does manage to get together with all of the other women and sell her super bra for a cigarette and bring the very misunderstood lyrics of Madonna to the women of Thailand. Girls, it's like a virgin touched, not like a virgin effed. From the top, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. Bridget Jones, you have a visitor. 5 minutes. Oh my God, Who could it be? Who could be the mysterious visitor whose job is also being a human rights activist? Tits pervert? Just kidding. It was Mark. Hello, Bridget. Bridget can't believe it. He came all this way to help her? No, he didn't. He was actually just having the best massage ever because he on a business trip when he heard about a blonde smuggling and being arrested. It was clear it was you. I think about you all the time. And I'm so sorry. Now, Bridget, is this your true feelings talking or the fact that you feel like your life is going to worse shit than it was? And so, well, Mark feels like the safest option to return to? Mark doesn't have much time. He needs Bridget to identify someone for him. Is this the man with whom you were seen taking mushrooms before you spent the night with Daniel Cleaver? Well, Mark, that was a little hasty, huh? Are you trying to identify a man or tell Bridget that you know all about Daniel? Bridget is freaking out now. She tries to explain that nothing happened with Daniel, but shh. Her sex life doesn't concern him. Well, Mark, like, are you sure? Why did you have to sneak that little information in there, buddy, huh? He asks her if she was treated poorly and informs her that she will be out in a week. Mark, goodbye. But Mark, I said goodbye. She returns back to her new girlies and she is destroyed. Sure, yes, she received just the greatest news about getting out, but that means nothing when Mark most definitely doesn't love her anymore. Bridget, let's not think about that, huh? Is you not being loved by the man you love really worse than being locked up in a prison abroad? Are the mushrooms still active? Now, these new besties want to know who is this prick that hurt their Bridgie. Also because they get it, they themselves were hurt by a man who was supposed to love them. He started to hit me, make me work on street. Well, that went dark real fast. The more Bridget is listening to all of these other women, the more stupid she feels. Like, there are men out there that are genuinely bad boyfriends, evil people, and she dumped a guy because what? He wasn't affectionate enough? Bridget, I get that, but she had a problem when he didn't make her feel secure? Wait, Bridget, she was angry they don't have the same values? Bridget, calm down, my girl. No one is perfect. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. When there is trouble in paradise, when you start dating someone who is so into you and loves you just the way you are, and when you start noticing that maybe you don't really fit, or maybe you're not able to give each other what you actually need apart from shagging, you should sit down and ask yourself, what's more important, having a boyfriend or not having a boyfriend? Finally, Bridget is leaving Thailand, but just before she says goodbye to her girlies, she has a little present. A book, Women Are From Venus and Men Are From Mars. Way to go. Give that to women who are experiencing domestic violence. But how will Bridget get over the great man that she lost simply because she was too needy and stupid? Clearly, he doesn't want her. Her friends are confused. Like, bitch, what do you mean? What do you mean? Mark performed a miracle to get you out of that prison. Sure, he might say he was just in the neighborhood because he a humble guy, but in reality, he immediately went to action. He pulled all of his connections to get Jet, flew to Interpol, did something in Dubai, captured him right there, and then he flew back to Thailand so he can make sure she gets out. Something like that. Suddenly, it's clear. He was just angry because of the whole Daniel situation, okay? That's why he didn't say anything. Oh my God, he must love me. Well, Bridget, just because he helped you doesn't mean I need to find him. No, Bridget, It could be he is a decent guy and it's his job. It doesn't mean, Mark, I'm coming. Now she's the one running, jumping over a giraffe. Where did the giraffe come from? She dodges a lion. Okay, I'll stop. Rebecca? Why is Rebecca opening the door of Mark's house? You know what? At this point, Bridget just gets it, okay? She effed up yet again. She's an adult, understanding woman, and she'll do the right thing. Rebecca, I wish you and Mark a happy, happy life. Rebecca is confused. What do you mean, Mark and me? Bridgie, it was you all along. I was acting all weird around you and Mark because I have a crush on you. What? Since the day Rebecca first saw Bridget, she couldn't believe how perfect she is. And she didn't know how to not make it obvious. Mwah, 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 mwah. I guess we just do that, right? If it's a woman-on-woman action, is it really wrong if one just kisses the other? Now, of course, is this supposed to be, oh my God, stupid Bridget? Of course, Mark isn't into his young, hot colleague. She a lesbian. But, excuse moi, all I hear is Mark and Bridget have some serious communication problems. Like, what do you mean Bridget didn't know about this? Like, what do you mean you do not gossip about your colleagues? Like, what keeps you together? Or even more appropriate, this is the woman your girlfriend had insecurities about. Well, you know, women are from Venus and men are from Mars. She runs to Mark's office, dodges a couple of aliens, changes a couple of outfits with the help of a taxi guy, until finally she has a chance to talk to her man in Mars language. I love him. I always have and I always will. Oh, yeah, she is actually telling to Mark through his colleague about what she's here to do. Classic Bridgie. They step outside, just the two of them this time. There's a question I've been meaning to ask you. Oh, as long as it's not, will you marry me? Damn it, he was going to ask that, but now, when she said it like that, he won't, okay? Mark, sorry, please, ask me. No, it's too late. Mark, I promise, I'll shut up. Mark, you can do this. Bridget Jones, will you marry me? Dun 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 dun. That's supposed to be the wedding jingle. But wait, what about Daniel? Did Mark just forget about that? No, he didn't. While Bridget was having some one-on-one action with Rebecca, Mark here found Daniel and Biz kicked his ass yet again for leaving Bridget in Thailand. And then, oh, come on, Mark, I didn't shock Bridget. So you didn't do it. Okay, then. He got the reassurance he needed. Bridget might have thought the first time Mark was perfect because he loved her the way she is. But she needed a bit more growth and understanding. He's perfect because he doesn't hit her and make her do OnlyFans. And that means something. Security. Now, if you want to hear some more Bridget adventures, here is the third movie and my commentary that honestly will be available when it's available. It hasn't been filmed yet, but until then, YouTube will suggest the next video. So have fun.